I'm telling stories too. What are we going to tell a story about today? Today, we're talking about worry. What's a worry? A worry. Hi, good afternoon. Happy Wednesday, Andrea. Before you start, I got an email advising that a lesson will happen in the teaching area on the 25th. Fantastic. Hooray! Andrea, I'm so happy. I'm very, very happy. Oh, we have wonderful news, everybody. Because as much as I love telling stories and as much as I love listening to stories, I love to see people. And I love to see people in real life. And we got great news. And so I'll be seeing a lot of my friends very, very soon. I'm very happy, Andrea. Thank you so much for this wonderful, wonderful news. So it's time to tell a story, everybody. Today is a wonderful Wednesday. It's a wonderful Wednesday because today is the day I tell a story. And it's a wonderful Wednesday because I'll be seeing a lot of you very, very soon. So what are we going to tell a story about today? Today, we're talking about a worry. This is a new story, Andrea, and this is a good one. We're talking about a worry. What is a worry? Can you eat a worry? Can you drink a worry? A worry is a thing that makes a crease in your eyebrows. You like stories too. I love stories, Andrea. When you have a worry, sometimes it is heavy and it makes a crease right here. What's a crease? I'll show you what a crease is. This is a crease. And when you have a worry, you get a crease right there. That is a worry. So let's see what you should do when you have a worry. Because not everybody knows what to do when you have a worry. And a friend of mine is going to show us exactly what to do. Because sometimes you take the worries with you everywhere you go. And worries increase wrinkles, Andrea. Very true. I have a friend named Ruby. And Ruby looks like me. And Ruby's a little girl. I'm a big girl. But Ruby is a little girl. And you see this little spot next to Ruby. What is it? Let's find out. Who is Ruby? Ruby is a wonderful, wonderful girl. Ruby is a girl that likes to go to the seaside with her mom and dad. Do you see Ruby and her dad and her mom at the seaside? Do you like to go to the seaside too? I love to go to the seaside. I love the sound of the waves and the smell of the sea. This is Ruby. And she's a happy little girl. She's a very happy little girl. What does Ruby like to do? Ruby likes to swing. She likes to swing forwards and backwards and forwards and backwards. Do you like to swing too? I like to swing. When I go to the garden, I like to swing. What does Ruby like to do? Ruby likes to explore. She explores in the garden and she looks for ladybugs. She looks in the grass and she smells all the flowers. She explores every part of the garden, far and wide. In fact, some days she went to the farthest part of the garden where nobody knows, because Ruby likes to explore. When you explore, you find new things. Do you like to find new things? Do you like to play new games and meet new people? Then you like to explore. I like to explore. What does Ruby like to do? Ruby likes to explore too. And Ruby was a very happy little girl until one day she discovered a worry. It's not very big. In fact, look at Ruby and look at the worry. The worry is small. It wasn't very big at all, but it was there. Does Ruby look happy? Ruby doesn't look happy. Ruby looks worried. She looks worried. The worry was so small at the beginning that she hardly even noticed it. It's sitting next to her on the bench. What is she doing? She's eating an ice cream cone. Do you like to eat ice cream? I like to eat ice cream too. But the worry is watching Ruby. But little by little, the worry started to grow. Here, the worry is small. Here, the worry is bigger. Not a lot, just a little bit. Until one day, the worry got bigger. What's Ruby doing? He's reading a book. And the worry is watching Ruby. Why won't he just go away? Ruby's not happy anymore. The worry never left her alone. Everywhere she went, the worry was there. Here she's playing. What is Ruby doing? She is playing. And the worry is watching her. Why won't he just go away? He was always there, watching her, behind the box of cereal. And while she brushed her teeth, the worry was always there. What's Ruby doing? She's brushing her teeth, and the worry is watching her. And the worry is getting bigger. Where's Ruby now? Can you see where Ruby is? Ruby is in school. Ruby is in school, and you see all her friends in school too. What are they doing? Some of her friends are coloring and reading. Some of her friends are hanging a picture. But what is Ruby doing? Ruby is worrying. Does anyone else see Ruby's worry? Is anyone looking at the worry? No one knows it's there. Not even the teacher sees the worry. So Ruby said, well, if nobody sees the worry, maybe it's not there. And she tried to ignore it. But does it work? The worry's getting bigger and bigger. Look how big that worry is. He keeps getting so big. She tried to live life. She tried to pretend that the worry wasn't there. But the worry keeps getting bigger and bigger. What does Ruby like to do? Do you remember? What does Ruby like to do? Ruby likes to swing. She likes to swing forward and backward and forward and backward. But what happened once the worry got there? Does Ruby like to swing now? No. Is Ruby happy? No. Ruby is worried. And the worry is getting bigger. The worry keeps getting so big that Ruby is not happy anymore. What is Ruby doing here? Ruby wondered, when will the worry go away? When will he go away? Because the worry was always there. When Ruby had cake, when Ruby played the piano, when Ruby rode her bicycle, the worry is always there. Why won't he go away? And Ruby is not happy. Is Ruby happy playing the piano? Is Ruby happy riding her bike? Is Ruby happy with a cake? Ruby is not happy. Ruby is worried. And because the worry was so big, Ruby started to worry about the worry. She was worried because she was worried. That's terrible. Oh my goodness, look how big the worry is. He's enormous. Ruby can't sit on the sofa because the worry is so big. The worry filled the kitchen. when Ruby eats her dinner, when Ruby takes the bus to school. The worry fills the bus. Oh my goodness, this worry is getting so big. What is Ruby going to do? Was the worry always so big? No. If you remember, in the beginning, when Ruby was happy, look, blink, it was a little worry. Look at Ruby and look at the worry. The worry is smaller than Ruby. And then the more Ruby worried, the bigger the worry got. The worry got so big. Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Where is Ruby now? Ruby is at the cinema. Is Ruby happy at the cinema? No. Why? Why not? Because the worry is in the cinema with Ruby. Ruby can't watch the movie because the worry is so big. Look how big that worry is. And nobody knows it's there. Just Ruby. Oh my goodness, the worry is so big. What is Ruby going to do? Ruby was afraid. I'm never going to be happy again because this big stupid worry keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Poor Ruby. Then one day, something strange happened. Ruby goes to the garden with her worry because the worry will not go away. What is the worry doing? The worry is watching Ruby. And in the garden, Ruby sees a little boy. And the little boy was all alone. And the little boy was sad. The little boy was sad, just like Ruby. And then she saw something behind the little boy. Do you see that? What is that? What's behind the little boy? He has a worry too. Oh my goodness. Ruby said, he has a worry just like me. And Ruby realized everybody had a worry. Everybody had a worry. Sometimes he has a worry. Sometimes she has a worry. And Ruby's new friend had a worry. Everybody has a worry sometimes. But Ruby's worry didn't go away. So Ruby sat down next to the little boy, who was a sad little boy. And she said, "What's wrong? What's wrong?" And the little boy started to talk. And while he was talking, the worry got smaller and smaller and smaller. And Ruby said, "Wait a minute. Where did your worry go?" So Ruby started to talk and to talk And Ruby's worry got smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller until it disappeared. Hooray! Ruby's worry is gone. And Ruby is happy again. You remember how happy Ruby was in the beginning, in the garden and on the swing. Ruby is happy again, and her friend is happy too. Now, some days, Ruby had another worry. But then Ruby knew what to do. When you have a worry, you have to tell somebody. Tell somebody you have a worry. And then the worry goes away. Isn't that fantastic? Because sometimes when you have a worry, you saw what happened to Ruby. It just got so big and so big. And Ruby didn't know what to do. What color is Ruby's worry? Ruby's worry is yellow. Because everybody's worry is different. What about the sad little boy in the garden? Is his worry yellow too? No, his worry is blue. Because everybody's worry is different. Look at these worries. His worry is short and fat. Her worry is big and tall. Because everybody's worry is different. Do you ever have a worry? Maybe sometimes you do. Sometimes I have a worry. Do you know what color my worry is? Do you know what color your worry is? I decided to draw a picture of my worry because sometimes my worries are small and sometimes my worries are big. Where's my worry? This is a picture of my worry. My worry is purple. I have a big, fat, purple worry. And what's the worry doing? The worry is looking at me. And sometimes the worry gets very, very big. See, I'm not happy here. I'm worried. What did Ruby do when her worry got really, really big? In fact, it wouldn't stop. It wouldn't stop growing. It just kept growing and growing and growing. Do you remember? In the beginning, it was small, and then it started to grow. And nobody else could see it. It just got bigger and bigger and bigger. What did Ruby do at the end to make her worry go away? What did she say? Get out of here, worry, go away. No, she talked to her friend. She talked to her friend, and little by little, the worry went away. Ruby is so smart. Ruby is so smart because sometimes when I have a worry and it gets too big, I don't know what to do with it. And it just keeps getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And sometimes when I'm asleep at night, the worry wakes me up. And the worry says, wake up. I am here and I'm watching you. Now remember, the next time you have a worry, like Ruby, what do? You have to talk to somebody. Tell somebody, I'm worried. I am worried. And this is why. But what if you don't have a worry, but you see that someone does? When Ruby saw the boy with the worry, what did she say? Do you remember what Ruby did? She saw the boy with the worry and she asked him, she says, what's wrong? What's wrong? When you see someone with a worry, ask them, what's wrong? And when they tell you, you listen. And then the worry will get smaller and smaller and smaller, poof, until it disappears. Isn't that a great story? I love this book. I love this book because, one, I like Ruby's hair. I love Ruby's hair. And I like Ruby. And I think Ruby is smart. And I think she is very, very nice. Did you like the story today? I like the story too. So what is a worry? A worry is a wrinkle right here. And what do you do when you have a worry? You talk to somebody and you tell them, I am worried. And what do you do if you see someone with a worry? You ask them, what's wrong? And then when they talk, you listen until the worry goes away. So sometimes when I'm worried, I draw my worry. You can draw your worry too. And maybe next time you can tell me what color your worry is. I love Wednesdays. Don't you like Wednesdays too? This has been a great Storytime Circle, and I'm so happy that you stopped by. Remember, Wednesday at 4 o'clock is story time. Thank you, Andrea. Thank you so much for listening today. I will see you very, very soon. Thank you, everybody else, for joining my Storytime Circle. And have a wonderful Wednesday. And I will see you next time.